Morning. It's a little before 9. It's a late start. I heard the rain this morning and thought maybe I'll just sleep in. Temperatures are wonderful. Definitely a no-shirt day, but currently it's not raining, but it's still dripping off the roof from when it was, and it seems to come in spurts. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to get up to today, but we'll try to make it a good day. When I decide what's going to happen, I'll get back to you later. Alright, this is what I'm going to start my day with. Dead standing cherry. I'm going to drop this and get it hauled out for immediate burning. As I've mentioned in a couple of videos, I'm trying not to burn my firewood while the weather permits me to harvest dead standing. Sorry, not going to try it with 3 feet of snow on the ground. But it lets my firewood season a little bit, albeit very little bit. And yeah, why get into my storage when I don't need to? So we're going to start with this and then see how the weather holds. So later. Okay, well that went fairly quick. All blocked up. Now the fun part, hauling it all out. But I think I'm going to sneak another coffee first. Later, people. Well, there it is, hauled out. I decided to get it done before my coffee. So, yeah, that'll give me a couple of days of burning. Gonna haul it over to the tiny house off-grid cabin as I need it. It's fine sitting here, it's not in the way. Anyways, coffee first, think later. I'll be back. Okay, guilt got the best of me, and in between the rain showers I hauled this over, so it's a little closer. It's got to come over here at some point in time, right? Really not feeling into hauling all my tools out to work on the firewood shed, and then have to run around, put them all away again when it starts raining again. So I think maybe I'm going to switch to an inside job. I bought a inverter a while back that only worked for about 2 weeks in blue, and since it was several $100s, I need to find the receipt and packed that up before I moved, and I can't remember where I put it. Yeah, it's going to take a while, I suspect. Anyways, later, people. So, it's actually cleared up, and here's the plan for this afternoon. The hope is to move this over there before freeze up. I've got tentatively a small backhoe booked for Monday to dig my foundation in so I can put the piers in. So I have a couple of trees here to clear out of the way. So I think that's going to be this afternoon. And possibly even get into starting to jack this up and get some runners under it. But yeah, first things first, I'm going for lunch. Later, people. Okay, well, so much for my nice clear skies. That only lasted about 20 minutes. But before anybody yells at me for getting another project on the go before I finish that one, let me explain my thought process, please. First of all, I've got the backhoe booked because I am on a timetable. Once the ground freezes, that's it. It's not going to happen. Second of all, to move this, my plan is to jack it up. It's just on sleepers right now, and slide under some of those 20-foot 2x8s I've got before I nail them up there, and then get some rollers underneath and see if I can lever it across. So I'm changing gears because I want to use my 20-foot 2x8s before they're installed. So Gonna get that big slab of granite out of the way here and grab a little 2-ton jack and see if I can jack this thing up and get some runners underneath it. So wish me luck. I'm at it. Alrighty, a few hours have gone by. It is jacked up. I've got 2 balsam poles underneath it, and I'm trying to decide now whether or not to actually start the pull today or tackle it in the morning. I'm thinking I can probably, clear the fire pit out of the way, sneak the truck around here, and drag it a long way. At least get it up, to this point, and then it just needs to go sideways. Don't know. I'll bring you back when I decide what the mood strikes me as. Later, people. Okay, here's my setup. Straps around the bottom. Took 3 of them to stretch all the way around. Cable here, pulling all the way up to a hand winch that is attached around one of the piers of the cabin. And what is that, 3/8 steel cable? Yeah. And surprise, surprise, it's moving, and actually fairly easy. I'm going to have to cut some more rollers, but I came back here to check if there was any movement, and I've already moved it a foot. Hadn't seen it go. Anyways, I'm happy. It's about 3 o'clock. I've only got an hour and a half of daylight left. Yeah, I don't want to get it too far because I still have to have room to get the backhoe in to dig this out. I'm going to get him to dig it, pile the dirt to the side. I will place my posts and fuss around with them and yada 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 and backfill by hand. But it goes back into a hole a lot easier than it comes out. So I'm going to see if I can crank this at least to the end of those boards today and call it a night. But I'm tickled. Yee-hee-hee. Later, people. Well, I'm going to call that the end of the boards for today. I'm more than a little happy. I'm going to still have to cut some more rollers, but it's going very easy. I think I've moved it 7 or 8 feet, and I only have 50 in total to go, so yeah, it's quite doable. I'm excited. Anyway, it's the journey, not the destination, people, and sometimes that journey is at a slow crawl, but it's still a journey. Later.